Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Well, we all predicted it. It was a matter of time, but the elite just don't punish themselves. It's like if they ever get caught doing something, they're usually praised about it. Half the time, they're not even. Half the time, they're not even. They don't even get punished for it. And this is no surprise here that Alec Baldwin is going to face criminal charges because he is the elite, he is a far left, and they can't obviously punish him. I mean, rules for thee, but not for me. What we have here is Alec Baldwin criminal charges for fatal rush shooting to be dropped. It says criminal charges against Alec Baldwin are expected to be dropped in the October 2021 fatal shooting of Rush stenographer Hanley Hutchins, the actor's lawyers told Fox News Digital. We are pleased with the decision to dismiss the case against Alec Baldwin and encourage a proper investigation into the facts and circumstances of this tragic incident, attorneys like Nicholas and Alex Sparrow said in a statement. The Santa Fe District Attorney's Office didn't immediately respond to Fox News Digital request for comment. Baldwin, 64, will see the 2 counts of involuntary manslaughter against him dropped later, his lawyer said. After a gun Baldwin was holding fired on the set of Western Rust in New Mexico, the group had been rehearsing a scene, and Baldwin had been practicing cross-drawing the revolver. The live round struck Hutchins and director Joel Souza. The news comes as Baldwin returned to the set of Rust, now in Montana, for the first day of filming Thursday. Personal photography began roughly a year and a half after the production was halted due to Hutchins' on-set death. The production will continue to utilize union crew members and will bar any use of working weapons and any form of ammunition. Milena Spalding, attorney for Rust movie producers, told Fox News Digital in a statement, live ammunition is and always was prohibited on set. The Santa Fe County Sheriff's Department spent over a year investigating how live rounds made it onto the movie set. Armor Hannah Gutierrez Reed and Assistant Director Dave Halls were the only other crew members believed to have handled the gun that fired on set. Halls allegedly handled Baldwin a .44 revolver, telling him that it was cold or safe. Prior to that, Gutierrez spun the cylinder to show Halls what was one in the gun, her lawyer said. Halls accepted a plea deal while Gutierrez was charged with involuntary manslaughter. Doug Armour's lawyer told Fox News Digital on Thursday that the charges against her as Reed have not been dropped. The new special prosecutor team has been taking a very diligent and thorough approach to the entire investigation, which we welcome and have always welcomed, Gutierrez Reed's lawyers Jason Bowles and Tolly Bowling told for Fox News Digital. They are seeking the truth, and we are also, the statement continued, the truth about what happened will come out, and the questions that we have long sought answers for will be answered. We fully expect at the end of this process that Hannah will also be exonerated. Throughout the investigation, Baldwin has maintained that he did not pull the trigger of the gun, including once during a primetime interview shortly following the deadly shooting, and again on a podcast episode. The actor originally said he pulled the hammer of the gun back as far as he could, and reached it due to but did not pull the trigger. It took 15 months for the prosecution to bring charges against Baldwin, who was formerly charged January 31st. So, what we have here is a complete injustice. I guess Hollywood people can just shoot people, murder them in cold daylight, and just get away with it. Special prosecutors Carrie Mardercy and Jason Lewis were weeks away from having to show a judge there was enough evidence for a reasonable person to convict Baldwin at a preliminary hearing expected to last 2 weeks. Baldwin had waived his first appearance in court and chose to waive his appearance at the accompanying preliminary hearing. The mini trial was scheduled to begin May 3rd. By waiving his first appearance in court, he's sending a signal that this is a case that really ought not be taken seriously, even though it is obviously an extremely serious case. He's facing a great deal of prison time. Criminal defense attorney and former state prosecutor John Kim previously told Fox News Digital, it's just a case of opposite was overcharged in every way. Leading to the decision to drop the charges, the prosecution has dealt with a number of issues. Originally, Baldwin has been hit with a firearms enhancement that carried a 5-year minimum prison sentence. The charge was removed after Baldwin's legal team argued it was unconstitutional. The enhancement had not been part of New Mexico law at the time of the shooting took place. Yeah, of course, because that's the case. Later, the original special prosecutor was removed. District Attorney Mary O'Connell stepped down. Baldwin's lawyer argued Reverend Andrea Reed could not simultaneously serve as the special prosecutor and as a member of the New Mexico House of Representatives. 2 new special prosecutors, Morrissey and Lewis, were assigned to the case. Last week, Baldwin requested a wrongful death lawsuit filed against him by the family of Hutchins dismissed with prejudice. A wrongful death lawsuit was previously filed against Baldwin and other key members of the prosecution of February 2022 by his husband Matthew Hutchins. The stenographer's mother, father, and sister were not included. Matthew sued for punitive damages and funeral and burial expenses, among other matters to be determined at trial. However, on October 5th, he announced the civil lawsuit had been settled pending court approval. So yeah. Like I said, we can just one of these people, the elites, can just go murder somebody and not have a proper trial, and not face any type of repercussions. So therefore, elites, go ahead and do whatever the hell you want. You can, because apparently due to the law, you're just allowed to do whatever you want. You can kill somebody in broad daylight. You can have all the evidence that you need. The bullet can be in the chamber. You don't have to check your gun or anything, because you're allowed to do it in any type of place. Of course, you might not get away with this in a Republican city, but in a Democratic city, it's a-okay. Remember that the DA for New Mexico is a George Soros-backed DA, so you all kind of know what that's going. This is obviously being used as a political way as well, along with not wanting to prosecute anybody else. This is where we're coming out in America, guys. They can shoot your loved one, and then they cannot get prosecuted or charged for it at all. And that's the reality that we're living in. I guess we're just gonna have to not go after the elite, I guess, because obviously if they shoot us, they can just get away with it in cold daylight. Well, have fun with that, guys. Have fun with being able to off you and not getting away with it. Bye-bye now. That's it for the video, guys. Like, subscribe, share, as always. Take care. And don't try to mess with the elite, because they'll kill you and get away with it.